Alright, so now this is the Star Coral. So let's go with the Captain Caviar. We gotta all survive, right? Oh, it's Bonds! Alright, guys, I think that's it. Oh, number one! Here we go! Coconut and Bonds right next to me. Coconut about to take it, but you know, it's okay. He can take it now. Just need it for my thumbnail. Alright, number one, guys. Here is now the teams, alright? 1, 2, and 3, okay? And that's gonna be with the 2 new cookies. Here is going to be the comp, alright? First of all, it's gonna be the Financier, Rebel, Rockstar, Jage, and Manju comp, alright? So this one's gonna be the first one, shared by Coconut. And then we also do have the Star Coral comp instead of the Rebel. And this one, you don't technically need the feather. You guys can go with that or just simply use the regular standard version of it. And that's gonna be this right over here. And this was shared by the random cat. All right, that one was the one that counters the Rebel. However, there is another comp that's gonna be with the Captain Caviar and Choco Drizzle that we kind of saw within climbing, and this is going to counter the Star Coral comp, and that's going to be with the feather instead. All right, so let's go over the topping real quick, and it is going to be with full Swift Chocolate on our Rebel. However, still stay on that 3-second because Jage needs to use skill first, okay? So please stay with that within that 3-second range. All right, and then a bit of damage resist, of course. You want to keep Rebel alive, and Rebel will still do relatively good damage, all right? And then we have our Biscuit. Right now I have crit, but if you guys can get, like, you know, damage resist bypass, it's going to be great, all right? And then we have our Financier. Financier, different builds. I went with the Swift Chocolate with the almond mix. Coconut had a full almond build. Try to see what works for you guys, but I have a full Biscuit where I have HP and damage resist. All right, and then that's why I went with the Swift Chocolate to kind of use the skill a little bit faster. So we have cooldown, damage resist, and then we have a level 20 Magic Candy, all right? So I have a level 20 Magic Candy. It's not a fully built Magic Candy, so just keep that in mind. We have Jage now with full-on Swift Chocolate here, all right? We have, I had put damage resist because the fact that Jage actually is able to use skill with just full-on cooldown with the tarts and toppings. All right, I just wanted to put some damage resist so that Jage doesn't explode every single time. And then we have Rockstar. I have Rockstar on full-on Juicy Apple Jelly for the extra crit. All right, and then we have some extra cooldown crit. I would say just go with crit here. It would just be fine. Or actually, within this particular build, you can go with Raspberry too, because, you know, our Rebel is still going to have good damage. So the whistle buff is going to be going on Rebel as well as Manju either way. Manju with the full Raspberry. We have damage resist and a little bit of cooldown if you want to, but extra focus on the attack and crit, and then the damage resist bypass for your Biscuit. All right, so again, the whistle is going to go on to Manju and Rebel for this one. All right, so we got... oh, wait, Rebel is using skill first, though. How does your skill order work for you? Who is it, Coconut? If that happens. I still won somehow. It's crazy. Okay, we're okay on it. Okay, cool, cool. All right. I think it's one of the best ones. I wouldn't necessarily call it literally the best one, but it is pretty darn good. Next one is going to be the Star Coral one. So obviously you're replacing the Rebel with Star Coral. All right, toppings are all going to be the same here, guys. But Star Coral is going to use full-on Swift Chocolate here for me. And then we have some damage resist, cooldown crit. And then we have the cooldown. All right, and then the whistle for this particular build is actually going to be going to Star Coral and Manju. But if you guys can, right now you can see my Star Coral is at 4-star Ascension. So if you guys can get Jage to take it too somehow, it's actually going to help out a lot more, because obviously Jage having the whistle buff to have the damage resist is going to be good. Okay, having Manju alive is probably better for us. Yeah, the damage output's way better. Cream soda? No, I think Star Coral always guaranteed to take Feather while Rockstar is healing. That's not bad. So that's Choco Drizzle with the Green Tea Mousse. Oh, I love seeing the Star Coral come back alive, give that extra buff, and then keeping Jage and Manju alive. Wait, I like this. And then the last team is gonna be the quote-unquote one-shot with the Captain Caviar and Choco Drizzle, additional to the Manju. All right, so we do have the same topping, and then we have our Choco Drizzle, similar to what we had before with the full-on Raspberry, and then damages this bypass with dark damage here. All right, extra attack and crit if possible, and damages this. And then our Captain Caviar is going to be with the full-on Raspberry as well. I have attack speed and attack and crit, but damages bypass is always going to be better. All right, and then we have just a little bit of damage resist here as well. You guys technically could go with no damage resist and just have Captain Caviar take Feather buff, all right, or the Feather revive, and then use the Torpedo right away. That's going to allow you to just get rid of Star Coral either way, all right? But it's worth it. I would say it was just worth it for me. Okay, all right, good. It was not Manju. Actually, it was Manju, but it was not Manju to finish it, but all right, so now this is the Star Coral. So let's go with the Captain Caviar. Yes, yes. We gotta all survive, right? Oh, it's Bonds. All right, guys, I think that's it. So those are gonna be the things. So again, this comp, all right, counters the Captain Caviar. Star Coral counters the Red Bull. All right, and then the Captain Caviar counters the Star Coral, and that's what we use to climb. And I think now we are top 2 because Coconut is climbing like crazy. All right, but that is how we climbed up to top 1 for the Pure Vanilla server as of right now for the Arcade Arena for Season 1. Hopefully you guys found the video helpful and build the teams, and good luck with climbing.